Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Anonymous, and here's her story. Hi, Ollie. It's hard to know where to begin. My mother's side of the family are very toxic. I figured out in my late 20s that my mother was a narcissist. My father is a codependent enabler. My older brother is a psychopath, and my younger brother is autistic, which narcissistic mother kept a secret for over 30 years, who is prone to rage. I am the middle daughter. I often compare myself to Marilyn Munster because I felt like the only normal one in the family. My narcissist mother was one of 4 narcissist daughters to a narcissist mother, my grandmother. I was at times the golden child because I was fairly intelligent, but I was also more than that. The word scapegoat doesn't even cover it. I am the sacrificial lamb. Most of my cousins were boys. Each of them had a cousin similar in age to pair up with during family gatherings. I did not have that. Narcissist mother longed for acceptance in her toxic family so badly that I was ridiculed, made fun of, scapegoated, isolated, stonewalled, and smothered at every turn. Yeah, that was like my father's side of the family. Everything I did was a spectacle to the family. Everything had to be told and retold to her narcissist sisters and narcissist grandmother. Right. You're exactly right. Because I understand this, because this is what my father would do. He would put me on display in front of his idiot substandard family for mock and ridicule whenever we're at these family fucking gatherings. And he was like they're offering you up. I had no privacy, from getting a training bra to going to school to working to buying a car. My entire extended family knew every detail and had something to say about it. Normally objecting to anything that may give me semblance of a normal life, such as dating or having anything I wanted. As a young adult, I was stalked by my cousins, and everything I did was reported to the rest of my family. Even once my MySpace page being brought up for everyone to view at Christmas dinner by a cousin. Conversely, my brothers and male cousins are allowed to live relatively unscathed. It did not help that there are so many boy cousins in my family. At one point in my life, when I lived in a house with some roommates, my aunts and grandmother loved to ride by my house to just scope out who was home. They would call each other and discuss it. They would also proudly bring it up to me whenever they saw me that they had ridden by my house. Often they were on their way shopping or going to the mall, but wouldn't ask if I liked to join. They'd just ride by my home and stare. And that is just to give you the constant cloud of you're never alone. The narcissist rain cloud, the narcissist dark cloud follows you wherever you are. We're always watching, we're always looking, we're omniscient. We're all knowing, we're always there, we control everything. All I ever wanted was a normal life. I had a fairly normal upbringing, so I thought, because I lived in a neighborhood with other children and I was constantly outside when I wasn't at school. My teachers were role models in my life. My mother was abusive, but also nice at times. This is why it's hard for me to reconcile my abuse. Looking back, I believe what I saw as kindness was simply her doing what she thought was expected of her by social standards. I remember the good times, like when my mother would have birthday parties for us to take me to the museum. But I also remember being a child around 8 or so, maybe younger. My narcissist mother was sitting on a floor surrounded by my toys. She was so angry that I had made a mess. I remember because I ran to my father and wanted him to save me from being hurt by her. I was afraid. I remember he was stone-faced watching TV. Definitely zoned out, probably high or drunk. Apparently, I also told my father as a child that when he left for work, somebody beats me. The story became a joke to my narcissist mother, and she referred to herself as somebody and would frequently repeat the story while laughing. Maybe I blocked out the physical abuse, or maybe it wasn't that bad. I don't know. I can only remember small incidents without context from being a child, like beatings because I'd done something wrong or said something wrong in school, or being outside clutching my dog because I scraped my knee and my mother inside pointing and laughing through the window. To this day, my narcissist mother laments that my grandmother would point and laugh at her as a child. Of course, we are made to feel as if we exaggerated things. Narcissist mother has since apologized for beating us as children. She said that's what she thought she was supposed to do. Well, then these aren't obviously false memories if she's apologizing for them. Yeah, I mean, you're in a family of sociopaths and psychopaths. Understand, unless anybody just comes out and admits that they did this stuff and why they did it, and oh yeah, I beat you because I like to beat you, and I beat you because that's a psychopath. These are all sociopaths. All of them. Some of them have psychopathic tendencies, but they're all sociopaths. Ollie, I originally sat down to write this because I wanted to tell a story about my hair that I cannot stop thinking about. It begins with me being in middle school and wanting a spiral perm. I don't remember specifically what grade I was in, but I had to have been in either 6th or 7th. This was in the 90s era when everyone was rocking the spiral perm. Basically, it was just put a wave in long hair. I still had beautiful golden blonde hair at this time. I remember my mother taking me to the salon to get the perm. I vividly remember 2 options written on the board: round wrap perm 35, spiral wrap perm 45. I, a middle school teacher, sat in the class. I, a middle schooler, sat in the chair as the hairdresser cut off all my hair and began the perm. I don't remember any talking or asking me if this is what I actually wanted. I was just silently sitting through this perm, thinking that I would have the spiral perm I wanted. When the perm was finished, I had been given the wrong perm. The hairdresser gave me an old lady perm. My hair was short with tight curls all over my head. I know that perm. My ex-wife came home with that perm in like 1996. No, it was right after we got married. It was like 1999, and it was this old lady perm, and it was horrendous. These tight curls. Who does that to a young girl? The hairdresser should have known better. Everybody should have known better. Your mother did that to you on purpose. Narcissist mother took me to her sister's house, I guess to show off what she'd done to me. I was embarrassed. It wasn't what I wanted, but I never got what I wanted. Remember my aunt scoffing at my hair, saying she didn't like it. I believe there is even a picture of me somewhere with this terrible perm. And I specifically remember narcissist mother telling me under no circumstances was I to wash my hair. See, now I realize it probably could have been washed out that night. Yeah, it could have been washed and blown out, because that's what my ex-wife did. She washed it, blew it out, blew it like for a week, and it... I was made fun of at school, exactly, which was the entire point. This is a woman who sits and points and laughs at you because they want you to be humiliated. They love it. Is what drove my father was the humiliation, was humiliating me. And I think just secretly having me be humiliated in any circumstance just drove his supply. And the screw with a middle school girl's hair like that. I mean, I was made fun of at school. I remember another kid trying to help me sort my hair and kind of trying to make me feel better, saying it was a good perm. The bad perm physically scarred me for a long time while it grew out. I no longer had my long, beautiful golden blonde hair. I had short, frizzy hair. I'll stop here because I have 37 years of trauma to tell, but this story stands out as one of the oddest to me. I'm well into my recovery, and now I have a stable relationship, job, and live in a beautiful home with my fiance, which endlessly trigger and now estranged intended. I am now well into my recovery and now have a stable relationship, job, and live in a beautiful home with my fiance, which endlessly trigger my now estranged extended family. Yeah, because you're not humiliated anymore. Thank you for reading this, and I sent a donation. Anonymous. Yeah, they got nothing left when you refuse to be humiliated anymore. Because they thrive on your humiliation. That's what drives them. Feeds them. Your humiliation feeds the narcissist supply. And I understand that because that was half my childhood growing up. Well, most of my childhood was the avoidance of humiliation at the hands of both my parents. So I get it. So I hope that helps. Thank you so much for your contribution and your story, Anonymous. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, or a Facebook live chat, or you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all of this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been The Narcissistic Resistance.